So I would like to call the Board of Selectmen regular meeting of December 10th, 2018 to order. Roll call, Kathy Tendrich.
Virginia San Pietro.
Madeline Priscilla.
Becky Hewitt.
Item number 3 is to approve the meeting minutes from November 26, 2018. So has everybody had a chance to look at those and have any questions or concerns?
I'll make a motion to approve the meetings from November 26, 2018.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried to approve the meeting minutes from November 26, 2018. Item number 4 is new business. So item 1 is to consider an act on tax refunds totaling $576.40 from the tax collector as follows. So it's Hyundai Lease Tilting Trust, $123.87. Hyundai Lease Tilting Trust again for $228.99. And again, Hyundai Lease Tilting Trust for $223.54.
I'll make a motion that we approve the tax refunds, all to Hyundai Lease Tilting Trust in a total amount of $576.40.
I'll second that motion.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried to consider an act on the tax refunds totaling $576.40 from the tax collector as follows. And again, it's all 3 from Hyundai Lease Tilting Trust for a total of $576.40. At this time, I would need a motion to appoint members I have 3 different members who need to be appointed to the Housing Committee. So if I could have a motion to add that to the agenda.
Okay. Would that be a separate item? Not
Yeah,
under,
item
yes.
number 2.
No,
Mhm.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll make that motion to add that to the agenda.
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried to add an item 2, which is a motion to appoint new members, or not new members, existing members, and 1 new member to the Housing Authority Commission. So at this time, I have received a letter from Gloria Bergeron from the Housing Authority. Cheryl Roberts, who served for several years in the past, is interested again. So I'd like to appoint Cheryl Roberts to the Plainfield Housing Authority. Her term will begin, on 12/10, and it will end on January 2nd, 2023. The second person would be Anthony Liberto. He's currently the resident commissioner. He is moving out of Sunny Acres and will no longer be able to fill that position as resident. However, he is interested in staying on. So Gloria would like to recommend that he fill the position that was formerly filled by Kerry Tatro. So his term would end on January 4th. 2021, and if he's appointed tonight, it will begin on December 10th. Last is June Dagny. Her position is ending January 7th, 2019, so she would need to be reappointed. And she did send in an email stating that she still is interested and would like to remain on the Housing Authority Commission. So her term would be from December 10th, 2019, and then it would end January 2nd, 2024. So if I could have a motion to appoint all 3 of those members to the Plainfield Housing Authority.
Okay, I'll make a motion to appoint Cheryl Roberts from 12/10, her term would end 1/2/23. Anthony Roberto, his term.
Liberto, it's.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry.
No, it's
Roberto.
okay.
His term would begin 12/10 and would end 1/4/21. And June Gagne, her term would begin 12/10 as well, and it would end 1/2/24.
Yes.
I'll second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried to appoint Cheryl Roberts, Anthony Liberto, and June Gagne to the Plainfield Housing Authority. So also at this time, I would like a motion to add, we would need to add an item number 3, and that would be to acknowledge the completion of the revised charter and approve to send that to be printed, to have our books printed.
I'll make a motion to acknowledge the completion of the town charter and send it to, it has to be submitted to the state.
It's already been submitted
Okay.
to the state,
You
yes.
have to add it to the agenda first.
Oh, okay,
Yeah, that would be your first
Mhm.
motion.
Yeah.
To add it to the agenda.
okay. I'll make a motion to add that to the agenda.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried to add item number 3, which is a motion to acknowledge the completion of the revised charter revision and approve to send it to be printed. Okay. So, Louisa is here tonight, and Louisa, did you want to say anything about the charter?
Yeah, I was just gonna mention that, the deadline to submit the charter to the Secretary of State was December 6th. And so I was able to contact the town attorney and go back and forth with him about the additions, the revisions that we made on election day. So out of the 9 questions, 6 passed, 3 failed, so those 3 remained the same, those 3 sections. The 6 sections that changed were the ones that, had enough votes to pass them. I did make a couple of minor changes when I sent it to the state, and that was by recommendation of the town attorney. But I thought that I would, for the record, I would mention what those changes were. So, in section 2-2, and I won't actually, I'll name all the sections, but what I noticed when I was going through the old charter, so when I say old charter, it would be the latest 2007 charter revision. I actually had a number of people help me read word for word through the old charter compared to the new charter to make sure that I didn't miss anything or had everything in there. And in several places where it should have said first select man, it said first select men. And in several places where it should have said Board of Select Men, it said Board of Select Man. So I asked the attorney if it was okay for me to make those corrections. And he pointed out that in section, I'll tell you in 1 second, 11-8, there is, no, I'm wrong, excuse me, 11-9, there is a usage section, and it says, when the context so requires, the masculine gender shall include the feminine, and the singular shall include the plural, and plural the singular. So he said because of that section, that would allow me, because it would mean either man or men, so he said that would be okay to make those corrections. So in several sections, 2-2, flip through it in order to tell you all of them. Hopefully I won't miss any. In Chapter 5, Section 5-1, Section 5-5, Section 6-1, Section 6-2, sorry. Section 10-2, I think that's it. All of those sections had the verbiage incorrect. So I corrected all of that, which did not change the meaning of anything. Also, there was a couple spots, Section 2-7, there was a semicolon when there should have been a colon. Section 4-4, there was a missing word. He said, the attorney said, 4-4 was one of the revisions. And when I sent the attorney the original draft that I made, he pointed out that I had missed a word, or, so I added that word in. And I did check, and his original draft had the word in there. Section 6-2, at the end of subsection H, there was a comma instead of a period, so I changed that to a period. Section 7-6, when they talked about minority representation, instead of saying, column 1 said total membership. It should have said more than 9, and it said more that 9, so I changed that to than, T-H-A-N, to correct that. He said that was okay, and I want to feel like there was one more period missing. Section 11-11, subsection A, there was a period missing, and I added the period. Other than those minor grammatical changes and spelling errors, everything was exactly the way 2007 was. And then I added the revisions based on the November 6th election results. So it has, it has been sent by email to the Secretary of State. She responded today, the woman, and told me I had to send her 3 certified copies. They will go out in the mail tomorrow. And then we just need to discuss printing.
So I was gonna ask you that, so you sent her 3 certified copies. Should we hold off on sending it out to print till we hear back from her again? Or no?
I don't think we have to, but if you'd like me to, tomorrow when I put them in the mail, I'll send her an email and tell her they're in the mail and ask them if it's okay to print.
Okay, because I know it's been approved, but I just want to make sure that we don't send it out to print and then...
I think it's really just a, yeah, just like, you know, the results of the election have to be sent to the Secretary of State, so this is kind of the results of our revision. So I don't think you have to wait, but I'll double check with her before I contact the printer. But then that would be something that the Board of Selectmen, I believe, would have to hopefully approve tonight. That I did get 3 prices, and the Minuteman print, it's not really as expensive as I thought it would be. And I'm afraid I might not have bought that paper, but it's under $300. It's about $200 to print 100 books, I think. And I could go get the numbers if you want, but I checked with Chase Graphics, with Minuteman Press, and with Awards and Printing. And Minuteman Press had the least expensive, and I was going to order 200 if that's okay with the board, because we have probably close to 100 board and commission members, and I think they all should get a copy. So I'd like permission to order 200 from Minuteman Press.
Okay.
So we're still select men, even though we're 3 select women?
You are still select men, because according, that wasn't something we voted to change. And our charter says we have a board of select men, but I think that's why that usage paragraph is in there, because it says when you say men, when you say male, it means feminine or men.
Oh.
So yes, you're still select men officially.
Okay, that's fine, that's
Okay.
fine. It is tradition,
It is,
so.
it is like.
A lot of people.
Do a question.
I know.
Yeah, they do. And they'll always ask me that, what do you prefer to be called?
Right.
It doesn't
I
matter.
know, it doesn't really matter to me, so.
But honestly, per statute, if you wanted to, really, if you seriously wanted to make that change, it would have to go to the people.
Yeah, yeah. It would get voted down. Oh, gosh.
Okay,
All
so then we would need a motion to approve sending the completion of the revised charter revision to print, to order 200 books, and we would send it to Minuteman Press. So that would be our motion to approve the printing of 200 books to Minuteman Press.
Okay, I'll make that motion.
I'll second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried to order 200 books and send it to Minuteman Press to be printed for the completion of the revised charter revision.
Thank
Thank
you,
you.
Louisa, for all
Thank
your
you.
hard work that
I'll
was.
be glad to assist.
I bet.
Thank you.
So item number 5 is correspondence. We have no correspondence. Item number 6 is other. We have no other. And item number 7 is public comment. So if we have any public comment tonight,
Pat Radiant, Musa. Last Wednesday morning, I want to say, I saw pictures in one of the Plainfield residents groups of a ballot bag that was alleged to have been from one of the polling centers here in town with an allegedly tampered seal on the bag. Accepting that, no, I haven't seen anything in the papers or anything of that like. I just wanted to know if this is something that is an ongoing investigation or if there's anything to this
there
that's
is a
surfaced
police
online.
investigation, Matt, going on. It has been completed. I was delivered the report today, but I have not read the report. It was late this afternoon when I received it, so.
Is that going to be made available upon request to the public?
Yes,
Thank you.
you're welcome. Any other public comment?
I think Amy Smith, again with the Plainfield residents' comments. There was a news about the matching grant for the annex building, and there were some questions as to the amount and then the match, how that's going to work. Is it coming from the contingency? Is it going to go in front of the Board of Finance? Like, what are the next steps?
No, that will come from the contingency. I met with the finance department when we first applied for that, and that's where she said it would come from.
Okay, could you explain what the difference is? How come that amount can come from the contingency, but I remember back a few months the transportation money couldn't? Could you just explain, or?
I would have to speak to the finance director and make sure that I have the exact answer.
I just think it would be nice to have clarification on that.
Okay.
That's possible. Thank you.
Is there any other public comment?
Laura Stickle. I just wanted to add on to Naomi's, in that same Winnie conversation regarding the grant, there was a quote for you saying that we would take the money from the contingency, but then the state would pay us back right away. What does that mean?
So the grant is for approximately $20,000. We have to put the money up, and then the state gives it back to us.
Okay, so we're not putting any money in at all. We're putting it up, but we're getting it back?
No, it's a 50-50 grant, so we.
Oh, so we're gonna put 10,000, and then the state, once we give our 10,000, the state will give.
Yes.
They're 10,000. Okay, so that, it was worded really.
So we have to put the 20 up all together, and it's not
Oh, then they'll give
exactly
you the 10,000
20, and then they give us our 50%.
Okay, because we made that sound like you're gonna give your portion, and
No.
then the state's gonna give us your portion back.
No,
That's the
It's
way
a
it was
little
worded.
confusing, that's
Yeah,
why.
that's why I wanted to ask, I'm like, that doesn't make any
no,
sense.
it's a 50-50, so we put the whole amount up, and then the state reimburses us our 50%.
Okay, thank you.
Is how that works.
If you don't mind, Kathy, too, can you explain, like, what is in the expiration? Like, what is that gonna entail? Like, what are we gonna end up finding out at the end of this? Like,
The grant,
hopefully-
it's a
right.
feasibility study and a reuse study, so they're gonna tell us the best use for that annex.
Okay, and is that gonna also include, like, what repairs need to be done and how much they're gonna be?
No, that is not a grant for that.
Okay, so it's just,
So 20,000 just covers what that building could be used for? Does it have to be used for like, town-related issues or?
Well, that's what they're gonna tell us. But the building does belong to the town, so if the town keeps the building, we can do what we feel is the best fit for it, or we can sell the building.
So you don't have to do what the grant says it's best for? So you're the staff.
Well, you do that so that you know what is the best use.
Okay,
for
okay,
it.
I'm a little confused myself, that's all. I'm okay. I just confused myself in my thoughts in my head. I was like, thinking about it.
Is there any other public comment?
I got one, right now. You open your board of selectmen meeting, or ladies, right? You make a motion for something. John Doe gets something. One of them seconds it, and one of them agrees, right? Who does the opposing? The gentleman that's sitting there?
Well, you have to ask that, that's
Oh,
part
I
of
know.
your meeting
You know, 'cause I-
criteria.
Right. Okay.
You
I
have
mean,
to
that's
ask.
the way it's been done for, right, but you know, there ain't nobody there to oppose it.
I know, but there's a criteria to carry on a meeting, and you just go by that.
Okay.
But there are times when we disagree, and, you know, there would
Yeah,
be
well, I
maybe.
get that on tape. That's right. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
We have the opportunity to express any disagreement.
Yeah,
This is-
right,
Yeah.
yeah. Not that we have yet, I don't.
Yeah, right. You wanna keep making your salaries, you know.
Any other public comment? Any other public comment? If there's no other public comment, I look for a motion to adjourn.
I'll make a motion to adjourn the meeting.
I'll second.
All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carried to adjourn our meeting at 7:23 PM. Oh, it was